sport of cross-country skiing, there are many factors that affect conditions and how your skis perform. Today, I'll be going over how to get your skis ready for the snow with a fresh coat of wax. In the 4.5 years I've been on the ski team, we've waxed our skis before every single meet. If you ever get into the sport yourself and purchase your own pair of skis, you're going to want to be able to wax your skis at home by yourself. My goal today is to teach you how to wax a pair of skis. To wax a pair of skis, you're going to need the proper equipment. First, you'll need a waxing bench. You'll need a waxing iron. You'll need wax, of course. In this case, we're going to be using red. And an assortment of brushes and scrapers. First step that we're going to do is put the ski on the waxing bench. The first thing you do is open the binding and line it up with this little metal hoop here. Click it in and it'll be set on what are called the profiles right here. After the ski is secured onto the bench, take your iron and we're going to do a process called crayoning the wax on. Basically what that means is you're going to take your wax block and touch it to the iron for just a second or two and then rub it down on the ski. And I'll show you what that looks like here. Just like that. After you put wax on the ski, it's time to iron it in. Take the iron and just rest it on the ski, and you're going to make circular motions just to spread the wax around a little bit. And there you go. Now, time for the next ski. Now that we put wax on our skis, it's time to take it off. For this, the first step is to use what's known as a scraper. Take the majority of the wax off the skis. To use a scraper, take it in your hand. You're going to hold it with your thumbs right in the middle here, and you're going to be holding it forward at about a 45-degree angle. You're going to place it on the ski like so, pressing down with a little bit of force. You're going to push it forward and scrape off the ski. This might take anywhere from 3, 4, maybe 5 passes. And that looks good. Now, time for the groove scraper. It's just a little plastic piece like this that fits in the grooves of the ski. Now to use this, you're gonna take it in your hand and just gonna scrape the groove. Put the wax right out of the groove. And you're gonna do that down the whole ski. And now that's done. The next step we're going to do is brush the skis. I start off with what's known as the brass brush. As you can see, it's made of brass, and it's going to be the coarsest brush that we use here on the ski. So once again, we start from tip to tail, and it's going to take about 4 passes. And there you go. Now we're going to move on to the nylon brush. It's going to be just a little finer than the brass brush, and it's going to take off even more wax. This brush too is going to be about 4 or 5 passes. Okay, now that we're done with that, it's time for the final brush. This is another nylon brush. It's just a finer nylon fiber, and once again it's going to take off a little bit more wax, and this one's going to even polish the base of the ski a little bit more. For this brush, I often like to do more passes depending on how the ski is looking, more like 5 or 6. And there you go. That's all it is to waxing your first ski. Now all that there is to do is go on to the next one. To conclude, today my goal was to teach you how to wax your own pair of skis to get the best out of them in any condition. Today we took wax, we melted it on, we ironed it in, we scraped some off, and we brushed and brushed and brushed. And now that our skis are all ready to go, why don't we go take them for a test drive?